So, we are back with the second part of the extra rough draft. So, we already went through that. Left arm is the only remaining appendage with any digits left, period. There's no period there. Created gauntlet, will consider amputation later. Need to ask, since it's his only arm left. His right arm is entirely mechanical now, same with his legs. And that's another reason why I kind of made his hand full, because if he had a half arm, they would just cut it off. So why would they not, like, if you have this, like, it's not even usable. Like, if he has this, then they can't really justify him getting rid of that. Right arm is entirely mechanical now, same with his legs. As for his other parts, his ears are filled with hearing aids since he's deaf without them. And then I said I needed to edit the last page, but yes, he is deaf without them. And my masterpiece, and he has the eye, and you can see his hand is somehow smaller than an eye, meaning his eyes would have to be this big in perspective to that. Oh, what the heck? Is this written wrong? Patient is healthy but missing an eye. He needs hearing aids. One kidney, one lung, no appendix, but somehow sprang together without help. Enough dumb stuff I can write later. Whoa, I can't even feel this. It's freaky. So Alvin's pointing to the director and he nods. So he looks out. He said, "Is he okay? Will he freak out?" Hello. You might have a lot of questions. That's the appropriate reaction to seeing a metal monster after getting your arm cut off. Just hello. Like, oh yeah, I got no questions. The number one thing is now your government property, since you use the card especially. And since you have no real family, you really have nothing to convince us to let you go. Wow, your cybernetics are incredible. The light line things are gone from my eye. That's just an astigmatism? Is this a joke? That's the only question you have? I mean, I reap what I sow. I should have just asked powers to make me rich, but I'm in shock, really. I feel like I'll wake up, or like I'll figure out I'm at a birthday party. So this is like a week later. So he's running. Yeah, I could definitely draw better than that now. Look at that. That is almost kind of horrifying. But you know, like I said, I think I have been thinking about this, especially for people who want to learn how to write and draw better. I think you should really just draw whatever you like and then just eventually start to make it better, because I would have never made anything if I just said, well, this is too bad, I'm just going to keep focusing on it. Like, at least I made a full story and I did post stuff online, but I mean, you gotta start out making that wonky thing. I mean, that's like, so he falls. Are you okay, Doug? Let's give him some space. We'll be back in an hour. So he has moments of contemplation. I think he's supposed to be on his bed. Add more scenes of him in pain because of his phantom limbs. So, I know it has been a stressful day, but my name is Metal. I'm a card user like you, as well as I have card-like power. I have metal-like powers. So, I don't know why. I was trying to do like the Borderlands thing where it's easy to just explain them. But he actually has gone through, I think I've made him better in terms of like how he talks. He doesn't use any words like I'm or I'd. It's just he talks very flat. So you're like, what, my babysitter? Essentially. I'm your team leader. That's the correct term. I'm here to help you with your powers. How much control over your powers do you have? With my power, I can meld and unmeld, if that's even a word, with metal. See? Then why don't you move your face once? I have a disease. It gets worse and worse. I'll go to a birthday party within a year or two. Oh, sorry, man. So what do we do here exactly? Well, we Blair. Ah! And then he flies over and attaches to Metal's arm. Again, Doug would have to be. He would have had to shrunk for this scene to be actually the right size. I'm stuck. Well, for now, I'll just walk with you. So that's a scene. What's the status? MBG has sent Dreamer to attack a place 20 miles from here. He's getting closer. Only a few months or a year's tops, or he'll find the base. Dreamer? Card user. Oh, the new guy. We need a name for him. Limbless? Cyborg? Nah. How about C2 for now? What? You can't just call me Doug? Call him Zero because he's got 0 senses. I reject that. I resent that. Also, why? We use code names. If we have bad communication, we die. Also, it's just bad practice. You can't just go out and say your real name. We're here. What's the situation? Dreamer is attacking a local gun shop. For what purposes, we don't know yet. This is almost too small. So, why are you still attached, Zero? And that's the director. He's also a character who originally was in. I mean, you saw, like, if you watched the first episode of the first one, he was in there because he's someone who existed in the original cards. But I've kind of, like, again, because I've written so much, I kind of realized, like, he's kind of not really an important character. You could literally remove him, replace him with Sarah, and just have Sarah be the main antagonist, and it's, like, way cooler. Like, you don't need just some guy who maybe has a connection to a book that I haven't even written yet, versus someone who's been with the squad the entire time who then betrays. It's a lot. It's just better writing. So I have learned a lot writing it, but yeah, he's just basically a nothing. He's like a nothing character now, in retrospect. So I can't. So is that why you called him Zero? He listens 0% of the time? Look, I can't detach, man. Look. Pop. Tink. See? All back. Whatever. Just go. We can't afford this going out to the public or people getting hurt. So, see, I still use an armored car even back then. Blah, blah, blah. Zero. Shut up. So Dreamer's attacking a small gun store in Ohio? Weird. Too small scale. Definitely. So they go to the Gunny's gun store. Well, I don't need you, Zero, so watch yourself. So this is Proto Dreamer. I still think I know that, like, it makes more sense for this. I don't even know what these are supposed to be. Honestly, I kind of just drew it like that so he'd be unique, but, like, with the weird lightning rod beam things, I really like that a lot better than his, like, kind of muted, because he stands out. Like, him with those huge, I've never seen someone with just huge things on metal rods on their back. I don't know why it's even like that, but his original power is he can just control anything in his dreams, but it's random. But Jack basically locked him into where he was stronger, so he would be more effective. But when Doug stopped him, he just reverted back to his normal power, so he couldn't actually use it. But yeah, that's Dreamer. So he kicks open the door, which is, again, a scene I've saved throughout basically every rewrite. Metal. He also talks now in this one. What's the scheme this time? Need weapons, need ammo. He deflects it. You're supposed to protect me. I am a metal man. I was going to absorb it. New guy, robot arm, no matter. I don't know what he's even throwing. I don't know where he got that or why he's throwing it, but he's throwing some metal ball at Doug. You can see that. Move me, move me, move me, move me. let's roll. So he runs into him. Whoa, is he some sort of robot? Never seen such a thing. 0 times you shut up. The correct term is altitude. So he just goes like that. I don't know why he's pointing. I don't know who he's pointing at. Can that just be a meme page? I'll just recreate. You know what? I think I will. I think I'll recreate him just pointing at like nothing. The longer, so basically the fight ends the same as it did in the original, where Dreamer is gonna get away, but he's, you'll see. So, oh god, I'm stuck. Metal isn't doing anything. I gotta help. Hold on. So I'm assuming he's still just attached to him when he's on the floor for this perspective, but Metal would still be standing, so kind of weird. But he's still firing. So he's driving away. Don't have an excuse on Metal not attacking, but it needs to be a good one. So this is him because he's a traitor, so it should be a thought bubble, but that's why he's not doing that. So, why Metal? He was about to shoot him. I needed to excuse. So his arm is hurt from Metal, or for Doug, it's kind of confusing. Well, attack him. He's got superpowers. It's not that easy. I think he gets hit by a car here. Again, and I read this before. I literally wrote this. I'm not trying to be every 5 seconds confused, but it really is. This is almost, like I said, this is a really rough draft. This is when I just started drawing. So I'm assuming he's getting lifted up by the car, but I didn't draw it here, so he said not a chance. So I don't know what happens there. I don't know why that is like that, but ugh. 0, what do you... So this I do remember. So he's making... this I did draw it. So he's forcing... I don't know if he threw him against the wall or something, but either way, he's attached to some Metal right now, and now Metal is flying towards Dreamer. So he says, oh no. So he flew towards Dreamer with Metal's hand and the car, so he gets crushed. So he says, we got him. Slump. And now that's when he's falling down. That's not when he's standing up. Thanks for the save, 0, but you shouldn't have done that. We're trying to capture these people. Don't do that ever again. Huh? And when I mean it, and when I mean ever, I mean it. And also, it looks like Doug is saying that, but it's meant to be Metal saying that. I tried to save 2. Gak. He was gonna die. Okay, and then again, this is when I started out, again, you saw the other times where I turned and I started using my left hand. This was also the same thing where I just kept writing and my hand hurt so much, but I wanted to write down, so I just quickly did it with my left hand. So, listen, Metal, he saved me. Go easy on him. And I even wrote, drawing with my left hand. I don't care, we were friends. We could have saved him. He was going to give a birthday party to Reviver. I made a good call. So I think that's a good stopping point. I will go on to the next one. Thank you for watching part 2 of this.